Please pardon the poor sound quality, folks. I am sadly limited by my outdated equipment.
Hi, my name is Tammy Kevwich and I live in Livingston, Montana. I'm the owner of Western Sky Multimedia and I produce magazines and videos that promote my community and worthy causes within my community. I also am the secretary of the Park County Local Advisory Council, which is our local mental health board. As a board, our mission is to identify the gaps in service and problems with the mental health system and to identify solutions. One of the gaps and problems with the mental health system that we have that we've been able to identify is a lack of public information and awareness. And one of the primary motives of the Mental Health and Happiness Resource Guide is to be able to share lots of valuable information, including mental health breakthroughs that are changing people's lives for the better every day. My third primary motive for producing the Mental Health and Happiness Resource Guide and the Happy Montana website is to change people's thinking about mental health. Mental health does not mean mental illness, and this guide is for people with mental illness and to change people's perspective and overcome the stigma, but it's also for people on the other end of the spectrum who are already doing well and who just want to have more personal growth and development and get even better, more efficient and more effective as people and happier. Suicide is a very unhappy subject, but just think that when we're able to prevent more suicides, how happy that will make all of us. I did a video interview with Carl Roston, Montana's suicide prevention coordinator, that will be available to all people on the website and in the online version of the Mental Health and Happiness Resource Guide. It will also be transcribed for an article in the printed version of the Mental Health and Happiness Guide. I got involved with mental health myself because I had mental health breakdowns and was myself suicidal, and I've been able to get so much help, and I want to be able to help other people get that same kind of help. This project needs your support. I'm seeking a minimum of $2,500 of funding for this project because that $2,500 will allow me to make sure that this project hits the streets and helps as many people as possible. But with more funding, we can do more for our community, print more copies, and prepare for expansion into doing these mental health and happiness resource guides for other communities in Montana.
I'm now coming to one of my favorite parts of putting together the Kickstarter crowdfunding campaign for the Mental Health and Happiness Project. That's because I love how it feels to give something of value in exchange for your heartfelt support. I had the idea of asking my 17-year-old daughter, Shelley Willette, who is a fine artist, to draw a bluebird with colored pencils that would become the mascot for the Happy Montana project. I've named him the Montana Bluebird of Happiness, and he will appear throughout the pages of the Mental Health Guide and in all our branding. In order to accommodate my need, she had to let the project double as her final art project as a junior at Park High School in Livingston. Her teacher, Lois Hunsinger, is an exceptional artist, and her specialty is critters. So the timing was literally perfect to get Shelley's best work under the direction of an amazing tutor. The first reward is for backers who contribute $5 to printing the Mental Health and Happiness Resource Guide. It does include a printed copy of the guide and a very genuine, heartfelt thank you letter for your valued support. Thanks in advance to all who choose this option. These $5 sponsorships could add up to something significant. The second reward is for backers who can contribute $15 to the project. These folks will get a printed copy of the extensive guide, a thank you letter, and an 8.5 by 11 print of Shelley's Montana Bluebird of Happiness printed on shiny paper by Instaprints. Thanks to all in advance who choose this option. I hope you love both the magazine and the Bluebird print. The third reward is for backers who contribute $30 to the campaign. These backers will receive 2 copies of the guide so they can keep one and have one to give away. They will also receive an 8x10 print of Shelley's Montana Bluebird of Happiness printed on archival paper with archival ink, a personal thank you letter, and a ticket to the post-publication gala celebration event. I sincerely thank everyone who chooses this level of support, and I promise to make these dollars stretch as far as possible. The fourth level reward is for backers who contribute $60 to the campaign. These backers will receive 5 copies of the Mental Health and Happiness Resource Guide, plus they'll get a special guest invitation for 2 to our gala celebration party following the publication of the guide. They will also receive an 11x14 print of Shelley's Montana Bluebird of Happiness. Of course, they will also receive the thank you letter. Thanks in advance to all who opt for this level of support. Your contribution is significant. The fifth level reward is for backers who contribute $100 to the campaign. These backers will receive up to 10 copies of the guide, a special guest invitation for 4 to our gala celebration, an 8x10 signed limited edition print, one of only 100 copies, printed on archival watercolor paper using archival inks. Those of you who choose this option have no idea how much your contribution means. Thanks so much. The sixth level reward is for backers who contribute $200 to the campaign. These backers will receive up to 10 copies of the guide for themselves and their loved ones, a heartfelt thank you letter, special guest VIP invitations for 6 people to our gala celebration after publication, and an 11x14 limited edition of 50 signed fine art print on archival canvas using archival inks. Thanks in advance to all folks who choose to back the project at the second highest level.